Welcome everybody to another episode, a month episode of A Perfect Waste of Time. Already ruined the intro. The Casting for Two spin-off podcast that is once a month. And as always, there are absolutely no guests on this show. Absolutely none. There's only friends. And my friend this month is an amazing producer, editor, baker, chef. Are you a chef or a baker? Which one do you prefer both?
You know, I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself either. I'm very amateur at both of those. I just enjoy this. Those are my hobbies. I like to bake. I also enjoy cooking sometimes too. So
okay, so Lindsey Washburn is here. Everybody,
hi.
Now,
thanks for having me.
Of course. Now I got it. Was that an okay intro?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm new at intros.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You're new at intros.
I'm new at intros, yeah. I've always thought it was awkward doing an intro with the guest. Because okay, I don't, like, what are you thinking when I'm doing it? Is it just like, all right, gotta listen to this bullshit, and you're just kind of waiting to jump in?
Yeah, but I don't think it's bullshit. I'm just like, okay, doing the intro.
See, that's what I'm just like, oh man, they think I'm an idiot. That's what's going on in my head.
Listen, I did the intros. I did the Funhouse podcast for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it just became very robotic, and I just was like, I'm doing the thing, and I don't feel stupid doing it because I'm doing the thing, and I always do the thing.
Yeah,
intro,
you go into thing mode, and then
I do.
It goes out.
Yeah, it's very robotic.
I get that. That's I totally get the idea of roboticness. But anyway, that's for a whole other day. Today we are going to talk about one subject, question, idea, topic, whatever, that either both of us might know, one of us might know, or none of us might know. And it's completely at random. And I am doing the topic picker 9000.
Okay. Never heard of it, but I trust it.
Patent pending topic picker 9000. Okay. So as far the question for this month, what technology simplify I totally got that wrong. Does technology simplify life or make it more complicated?
Oh golly. It's a
big
good
one.
Theoretical question.
And in the times that we're in, and in the professions that we've chosen, I feel like we would be more inclined. Oh, I don't want to speak for you, but I just, with the content and the editing and all that, like, for work purposes, it'd be simpler, more simplified.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, specifically with something like film editing, where, you used to have to tape film strips together.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And anybody can use technology now to make almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, simplify it that way. But then there's tools like, time management, calendars, and project management stuff that seems like it's like, oh, it's going to make your life easier, but it adds a lot of complicated steps.
Right.
My very, very broad answer would be technology in general simplifies a lot of things, but it complicates things in other ways.
Right.
So not in the same way that it simplifies things. It's sort of like I think it complicates the way our brains are meant to be working normally.
Right. I have to agree with you. I mean, I agree, but you mentioned about the project management kind of stuff. Because I use the project management, and it's always just, somebody, hey, I need this done. I'm like, okay, where is it? It's in the project management software. Go through it. Go look for it. And I'm like, can you just text me it or email it to me? Like, why do I have to go sifting through a box of Legos when you don't even know where it is? So it doesn't. It's. I'm right there with you on that part, because I'm just like, can we just make communicate? Can communication just get easier? There's so many facets on ways to do it, but I feel like that gets bogged down a lot.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I mean, and especially because, I don't think people really send emails anymore.
Mm.
But I've been working on a project lately where it's just emails, and I'm like, wow, we have a 95 email chain going on, like 95 different emails in this thread. And, I don't think that people use email. All my most recent jobs have been using stuff like Slack.
Yeah.
Or even WhatsApp.
Uh-huh.
So it's more instant.
Yeah.
So the email, I'm like, ooh, I'm kicking it old school with this email. And
so would you say that is your longest email chain you've ever had in your entire life?
Excuse me, I do think it is.
Okay.
It's 90 plus emails.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever, like, maybe 20s. But yeah, 90, no, over 90, hell no. What happens if you have to look back at, like, see previous email? It's just like, which one?
Yeah. Per my previous email. How long ago are we talking about?
Per which one, please? Yeah, no, I don't want to make light of people, or make fun of people, I should say, who use WhatsApp. But is that like your daily texting app?
It is not.
Okay.
I will say that I had used it with a group of friends like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then actually when I started working at Couch Hop, we used WhatsApp a lot just for quick communication. And then now I don't really use it for anything anymore.
Yeah.
I used it a couple times when we did conventions with like the Funhouse team, but there were certain people who were like, I don't need to be part of that. But it just makes it easier because if you have it on your phone, it's obviously super accessible, and you can see when people are sending messages, you can see when people are responding to messages. You don't have the issues with the Android to iPhone stuff, so that's the biggest incentive to use something like WhatsApp, in my opinion. But I know that Apple's like making changes to a lot of that stuff with like RCS and stuff, so it makes it easier to text between the two different platforms. So or operating systems.
All this week I've been telling people, hey, I see you haven't upgraded your phone. You might want to do that, because I'm an Android user and I can see who's upgraded. So yeah,
really,
because
change the way that you receive messages and stuff.
Yes, because now I can send higher res video and photos without any issues. And vice versa. So that's why I'm just like, everybody upgrade, please upgrade. Well, just the closest people. But I've watched so many episodes of Catfish that I just associate WhatsApp with weirdos, and no offense, again, that's why I said no offense to anybody. But just people who are trying to hide their identities and catfish people to get something out of it. So that's
I got you.
Yeah, that's what I think of WhatsApp, and I've never used it, so I just
I don't think that you're alone in thinking that, because it's when other people have had issues trying to, like, when other people have had resistance to using it, it's usually they're like, what am I, some, scammer or whatever? Like, yeah, they think the same kind of thing. It's a scam or whatever. But it worked fine for us when we were using it. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys are a whole community. So yeah, a group, I should say. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'd be wary of, my friend, hey, can you catch me on WhatsApp? I'm like, no, I'd rather text on Snapchat. And that's, I find that even like sleazier, but still, I would at least rather do that than download WhatsApp.
Yeah, to be clear, I would not message people one-on-one on that. We would only use it for group chats.
Right, exactly. Is there, kind of, again, going with the question about simplifying or complicating, is there something that you do a little bit more traditional in your daily life. Like, for example, I don't really download apps. If I have the web browser on my phone. I'll go through the web browser and like look stuff up that way. That's just what I do because I just don't want to download the app. I have the internet.
Like what's an app, for example, like of an app that you wouldn't want to download?
So
I guess I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't, again, I like to have minimal apps on my phone. So I don't have any of the, like DoorDash or anything like that. I just go through the internet through my phone and I order that way. Or Amazon. I don't have the Amazon app. I just go through my web browser on my phone or my computer.
I see. Well, I will say that both of those apps, they're great apps. They're really easy to use.
So,
I don't have to worry about clicking on things in the browser.
Are you giving the Amazon and DoorDash, what did I say? Whatever app.
Yeah, whatever.
Like 2 thumbs up? Is this an official endorsement?
For the app itself being better than the website on my phone. Yes, the app Amazon or whatever, so much easier to use than using like the browser. However, I do not really order food anymore because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And so I do still have those apps, but I don't really use them that much. So I won't give any thumbs. No thumbs for the food ordering apps.
Okay, so wow. Okay, yeah. This is breaking news and going to wind up on Fox News. How you endorse the Amazon app, but not the food apps. Okay.
Oh no! Should I take it all back?
We got to take stands somewhere. So I respect you. I mean, I don't have...
I disagree. I'm always going to sit down on every issue ever.
I disagree with myself. Yeah. No, is like, or do you prefer like making a phone call over a text? Something like that. Is there something that you're just like, look, I know there's a new way to do this, but I'll just keep to this way?
So, I will say that, when it comes to my family, I prefer to just make a quick call. If it's my mom, if it's my sister, just because I know even if they get annoyed at me that I'm calling them, I don't care. With my friends, I probably would prefer to do quick calls to get quick answers, but I'm more worried about annoying them. Like they don't want a quick call, even though I just would prefer that. Or maybe they're busy, which also they don't have to answer. When I'm trying to think if there's other stuff that I feel very much retro, I guess, about like, let me think about that. But
okay, I'll say another thing that I do, but I feel like it's just kind of makes sense. But I carry headphones around with the wire. That's just what I like to do. And so yeah, do I have tons of Bluetooth audio options? Sure, but do I ever use them? Nah, I'll just stick to the wire.
Why do you have them then?
Because it's cool.
Oh,
because technology is cool, man. Like if I'm doing yard work, I do use the wireless earbuds because I don't want to mow my headphones
I got you.
or carry my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, like if I'm out on the streets of wherever I am, because I always hit the streets, I got the headphones with the wire coming out.
Headphones with the wire. No, I mean I've got 2 pairs of wireless headphones. I have the little earbuds and then these like Sony ones that I really like. But I do use my Sonys and they're wired to my computer right now. So
hey, yeah, me too.
I'm trying to think. One thing that I really like, but I don't know if it's technically old school, but because it's sort of trendy and in fashion again, is like my little Instax like Polaroid camera. I like having the physical photos. I have albums where I keep a bunch of them sometimes, and I have a couple of film cameras too. But it's also that process is more of a nuisance because then you have to like go take the film somewhere and wait and then pick that up. But I remember I used to love taking my film rolls to places to get them developed and then having all these physical pictures. But I mean, the Instax is super trendy, the little mini Polaroids and stuff.
Yeah, but it's still something. That's I would consider that, even though it's trendy. I still consider that something like, hey, there's only one physical copy of this, so if you lose it, I'm sorry, it's gone. Which that's how it used to be. Side note: I used to develop film back in my previous life.
Really?
Yep. I worked at a camera shop. How old was I? I was 20. Yeah, I was in my early 20s, and I worked at a camera shop, developed film, and it was fun and frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it, but I mean, that's pretty cool. I've never done that, so.
And
cool to have that kind of skill or have that experience.
Well, and then you mentioned the whole film thing. I used to splice film reels together at a movie theater. So I'm like, oh yeah, that I miss film, but I mean the digital projectors are just nice. They're nicer.
Yeah, I never learned to edit film putting stuff together like that because I mean by the time I was in middle, like right into high school, I started learning Windows Movie Maker, but it had just came out or something. So that's where I started making videos because I was like, wow, I can just do this myself on my dad's laptop. Wow.
You mean this program is available for free?
Yeah.
No, I remember I got my first computer when I had my first job at the theater. And I strictly purchased it for video editing, and they sold, like, it was through Dell, and they sold me some like Roxy editing software, and I was just like, oh, this software is a thing. But I don't know why I didn't just look at Movie Maker because it was right there, and then after a certain point, I would use both of them because why not? Because I'm crazy. So and then of course it went to Final Cut, and now it's Premiere. So in editing video wise, the progression has gotten a lot better.
I think I went from Windows Movie Maker to Avid because that's what I started learning. I when I was in high school, I was an intern at a local cable access channel, I guess, broadcast center, and they had Avid, and so I learned Avid. And then when I was in film school and beyond, I was still doing Avid, but then Final Cut Pro and then Premiere. And honestly, for the last like 10 years, 12 years, I've just been Premiere, and because it's just what I know, and I love the suite. I'm so Adobe ecosystem.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I will, sometimes just kind of experiment with whatever is in the suite just because I'm like, I don't know what this is. Let's find out. And I'll just go in there and try to create something. Of course, it's like I take 20 steps when I can just push control, whatever. But I'm just like, I just kind of want to learn. I'm we're talking about editing stuff now. Do you know anybody that uses Vegas? Is Vegas still a thing?
Oh gosh, I think I have maybe friends and friends of friends who are streamers and creators on YouTube who are like, I swear by Vegas, and I'm like, are you? Nah, that ain't. It's not for me.
Yeah,
I think maybe it's not Vegas. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But what is there another one? What's the other one called? It's like another small one like that, like DaVinci. Resolve?
Dazzle?
I think that might be the other one. But somebody, Funhouse, I forget who it was editing like a side project. And they're like, actually, DaVinci is like really great. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? But maybe they were loving it. I don't know.
Look, whatever you use, and if it gets the job done, hey, at the end of the day, we can't really see, right? unless it's like a weirdo free version and the watermark is there. But whatever. I remember there was a time you were talking about you were the unofficial or official family historian of your family and digitizing stuff.
I have digitized a bunch of our like VHS tapes, the ones that I found or had access to, like my sister's first birthday, me at the beach, and I fall on a shovel.
All the good family memories are there.
Yeah, a couple of really old ones from when we were really, really young. We have some VHS, so I did digitize all of those, and then there's like a big gap for about 12 years, and then there's more footage. So I did digitize all that stuff.
Okay. Did you have to like buy like a VCR or a Beta Max or
so
or mini DV camera?
Right. I mean, I have had a mini DV camera since I was like 16. I think I got one for my 16th birthday. And then those were VHS tapes, and I also had JVHS, which is the kind of camcorder my dad had in the 90s. Ooh. It's I don't know the exact details of it, but I know that you can buy an adapter that is a VHS tape, and then it has like an opening, and you put the JVHS inside, and you can play it back in a VCR. About 12 years ago, I bought a VCR from Goodwill. It was $8.
Nice.
Works great. And then I connect that to like this converter that connects to my HDMI Elgato.
Yeah.
And then that's how I like digitized it all.
Oh, okay.
Is putting those in there, yeah.
Why didn't I even think about the Elgato? Of course. Like that's digitizing right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now, because the VCR was so old, like it only had the composite, so that's where the converter comes in, right? It converts it from the red and yellow and white and then send it to HDMI.
Okay. Now, are you happy with the amount of footage or videos or photos that your parents took of you?
Well, we have like I said, some of those older tapes from when we were younger.
Yeah.
My mom has a couple albums, throughout growing up. My grandma would take a lot of photos. So she had lots of albums of me throughout years of going to visit her or where she would come for Christmas and stuff like that. So obviously, I don't think that for people our age and even like slightly younger than us, it compares to the amount of photographs and videos that the next generation will have, which is going to be an insanely overwhelming amount because you just take a video on your phone. Like I probably have more pictures, me, an aunt, I have more pictures of my nieces and nephews probably by this age that they are now than my parents probably had of me.
Yeah.
And I'm not their parent. I'm just their aunt. And I have all these photos of them,
And you need them and you can't delete them.
I know. And they're so cute. I never delete photos, but maybe I should. I have so many photos on my reel.
So I like that you mentioned that because that's another thing that popped into my head as far as the technology question goes. I like my camera. If I can, I will use my camera. Camera phones, they're just not. Every year when I hear a company, tout how amazing the picture quality is, that's like white noise to me because I just don't care. I do not care about the quality of a camera phone. And so for the longest time, I had less than 20 photos that I took on whatever device I had. I would just, I just wouldn't use it. And I had more photos of, I need a background for a video. So I would just go save it and then put it in my drive. That changed. And even with my niece and nephew, I had a photo, I would send it out in the text message, and then I would delete it because I'm like, it's in the text message, it's fine, it's out there. But the minute I get a dog, now there's so many photos on my phone. Like, that's what I do. I'm like, okay, because I'm the like I work from home, so I'm around the dog all day, and I'm just like, ooh, let's take a photo quick, and she's just fine,
being cute.
Of course, she's always cute,
just being cute. So you got to take a picture.
I have to, because I like how else am I going to explain this? So yeah, all my photos now are just of her, and I'm even contemplating turning on automatic backup to my cloud, because I've never had this issue. I've never needed to back anything up, because I'm just like, who cares? Now I'm just like, I care, because I want to remember that one time she fell asleep on my foot.
Oh.
So.
I mean, I get it. I probably have dozens and dozens of photos of my dog that are her in the same position, but just over like the few years, just because I go, oh, look how she's sleeping. It's so cute. And I take a picture.
Yeah.
And because the very last time that she was sleeping the same way, I said the same thing. Oh, let's take a picture.
but the lighting might have been different.
Yeah, you never know.
You know.
So I have lots of pictures of my dog, and I do the iCloud backup because one, it makes it easier to get to transfer to new phones. So I do have the backup. And I have all the photos I've ever taken on my phone over the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 27,000.
Wow. Okay. And that's just chilling in your backup.
Like your which I should probably back up. I should probably back up my backup.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots and lots of photos.
Yeah, I got to catch up to that, because again, I've had this little dog for a year, so yeah, I'm just going through, and I'm like, oh, there's my girlfriend and I, dog, and it's like, oh, there's my girlfriend, dog, and I, do I feel bad? She's cute. My girlfriend gets it. She's like, yeah, no. As long as you send them to me, we don't have an issue. I'm like, okay, cool. So
I know this is like a technology question topic, but I got to know what kind of dog you have.
She is a blue-ticked beagle. And yes, and she is a rescue, and I get so emotional thinking about her life on the streets, because she was pregnant when she was picked up, and so and just seeing her, and she's we think that she had some sort of trauma when she was out, because she's just kind of a bit of a scared dog. Now she's getting better, and she loves us and we love her, but there's still there's still that she hates the floors.
Okay.
So that's something she's trying to get used to. Like, I had to get us a rug, and that's where she's like, okay, this is my domain. I don't get off the rug. You can have that vinyl floor, and she also stays out of the kitchen. She's like, I don't want any part of this kitchen. Leave me alone. Kitchen, we're cool. But yeah, no, she's the sweetest, and I'm surprised she's not coming over here just being like, what? Yeah, no, she's
what a lovely gift you've given her by taking her into your home.
Right. I mean, and that's what my girlfriend and I say, it's like, we don't know where you've been, but we can definitely, we're going to take care of you from here on out, and we're going to love you and give you all the treats that you want within reason. Yeah, not within all the reason, treats. Yeah, so
you do get more lax on that as time goes on. I find myself being like, ooh, piece of cheese for me. Ooh, piece of cheese for Arlen.
See,
little amounts.
I'm not at that point yet. I get annoyed when I'm like, all right, I got to put cheese in. All right. Because I'm just like, look, girl, this is again, love you. I don't want you to get used to this. Okay. You're not going to be getting cheese every day. So, enjoy it for now, and then we'll continue on with, whatever treats come in the bark box.
Yeah, there you go. In moderation, of course.
In moderate, of course. Yeah, no, I'm very strict with that. I'm like, nah, one, two treats, but she also gets a dental chew, and that's what she loves. So,
yeah, that's what Arlen gets every day, and she gets so excited about that.
Does she play with it? Her dental treat?
No, they're just like little kind of flat strips. And so that because they're like a dentist or dog vet recommended one or whatever. So
gotcha.
she does get one every single day and always at the same time. And she knows now. So you know how dogs will know when it's their dinner time or their breakfast time?
Yes.
So she'll come in, it'll be like 1:00 and she'll be like, hello. And like that Judge Judy gif where she's looking at her watch and tapping on her watch and like saying, come on, time's ticking.
Yeah.
That's what my dog feels like.
Yes. There are times when I'm in my office doing my work, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see her staring at me, and she's just, it's time to go outside.
Yeah.
I need to go. I can't open the door, so you need to take me. And then I'll take her out, and then she's like, treat now. I need my treat. And, that I'm just like, you got to wait, girl. I'm sorry. I can't do this. Yeah, so, but she's quite a character. She's great. I love her. But anyway, so technology.
And I will say, actually, speaking of dogs and technology,
yes.
we have for a Furbo.
What?
So I don't know if you have a Furbo,
no.
Which is like it's like a doggy camera, and
okay.
we use it for if we're ever putting her in the. I'm going to spell this word CRATE because I didn't want to trigger her and have her go in.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
If we're ever putting her in there,
if
we're leaving for a couple of hours, or even if we're leaving her out, I have a small one in our living room too that I can turn on.
Yeah.
But the Furbo is really great because you can see, you can listen, you can talk back, and you can toss little treats.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what? That in technology, yes, this simplified life, absolutely, yes. That's
But I will say that it's a mixed bag in my opinion, because when I really like it now because if it can alert me, like if she's crying excessively, it'll say like, Arlen has been crying a lot. Do you want to check on her? However, when I'm not checking it, I'm like, okay, she's fine. But if I am checking it, it makes me more anxious. And I'm like, oh no, I'm really worried about her.
Right.
Or if I can't see her on it, then I'm like, oh my God, where is she? So it's like, yes, it's super convenient, but also kind of adds a little bit of stress to my life.
Right.
Because if I just didn't know, then it'd be fine, probably. But I don't know.
I get that. The idea of like, where's the updates? Give me the updates. What are the updates? And then you're just kind of like, look, we're trying to watch the new movie, Beetlejuice, and you're worried about, hey, my notifications aren't going off. What's going on here? Meanwhile, she's probably just chilling, right? Or asleep. Just whatever. Also,
or maybe she is whining a little bit, but like she can get over it, and she will get over it.
Yeah. Also, we call that CART. I call it a condo.
That's good. I like that.
Get into your condo, and she's like, all right. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to look that up because I know my girlfriend wants a doggy cam, which. One side of me is just like, yeah, of course. The other side of me is like, you just text me. I'm right here. Like, I'm your doggy cam. I'm right here. I'll take a photo. Whatever you want. I'm here. So yeah, that's my thought process.
Well, yeah, Furbo.
And also
works out great for us.
Again, with going with technology, great. Another thing to add to the Wi-Fi network.
And you do got to get the app.
See, here we go. No, can I do it? Can I do it through the web browser?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever gone to the
website. So, Lindsay, do you think we've wasted a perfectly good amount of time?
A perfectly good amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it was a waste. had some, insightful and joyful and light conversation.
Yes, technology-filled conversation with a sprinkling of four-legged animals.
Yeah, which you always need that. You
Oh
always
my
need
gosh.
A little doggo.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to work with a girl who got her dog classified as a what is it?
ESA?
Yeah, yes. And
ESA.
I was just like, you just want to have your dog with you at all times, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's genius, brilliant. I'm not going to rat you out unless I get a podcast later on down the future. So yeah,
I'm sure she's not the only one to have done that. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but I was just like, that's smart. I get it. My dog wouldn't be able to do that. She's too nervous around people. So yeah,
my dog's too excited to be around people. She just is like, "You're my best friend, right?" And I'm like, "Stop being so desperate, girl."
Girl, you need to say no sometimes. I get it. But anyway, for the people at home who would like to follow you online and keep up with everything that you're doing, where can they do all that?
That's a good question. I occasionally stream my cooking and baking on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Lindsbot. Not super active on social media these days, but I do have an Instagram. It's the Lindsbot. Those are the two places where you can really catch me right now. For now.
Yeah,
for now.
For now. Yes. Lindsey, thank you so much for chatting with me. This was fun. I don't always say this, but when coming up with this side podcast, I always just kind of think, who can I get? Who would I like to have? And of course, you were on that list. I was just like, oh, I think it'd be great to get Lindsey back on the podcast. And I'm so happy that I tricked you into saying yes.
Oh, well, that's so kind that I was on that list. And I appreciate you asking me, and thank you for having me. It's always fun to just have a little conversation, have a little chat, and hopefully not sound super nasally and sick, and also not stupid.
No, see, yeah, I got all that covered. All right, don't worry about it. No, honestly, you don't sound any different at all. I don't know if that's.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe it's just my own head making it sound like feeling like bouncy in my own head. Who knows?
Yeah, I look. I don't live in your head, so I can't confirm or deny. But yeah, no, you sound normal to me. So.
Okay, great.
Perfect. But I'll let you go. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep staying safe and healthy. All right, and getting healthier. No more sinus.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more sinus. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course.
You have a great day.
Thank you. I will. I'm gonna go 1 hour petting session.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Some days I'll just pet her for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And even that's not enough.
It's never enough.
Never enough. This spoiled girl, but I'm happy to do it.
Oh.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.